And finally, on the show, residents of Teboga Ute Road in the outskirts of Benin City, the Edo State capital, are raising alarm over the rate of devastation by a gully erosion which they fear may soon wipe their community if not checked. The people who are counting their loss of lives and property want the state and federal government to do something urgently.
Residents making last-minute effort to get whatever they can from this building, since it is imminent that it is only a matter of time before it is taken away by the gully erosion that has ravaged this whole community in the outskirts of Benin, the Edo State capital.
If you pass on this, see some to do something. If you pass, hey, mama.
Helpless, this woman goes on her knees in a plea to the state and federal governments and anyone who could help her from the danger she foresees but can't do much to escape. This man sees no reason why this road should be like this, considering the companies and institutions that adorn the street.
This road that has gully erosion now starts from Teboga market of Upper Mission Extension. As he comes, he goes to the secondary school of the community, where the whole communities along this road attend, the students. From the secondary school, you go to Igosage. From Igosage, you go to Orio. Orio community leads to Ihowo, where you have Azura company and federal government transmitting company. In Orio, you have Azura electric company by the state government and the federal government. From there, you go to Aho, which is bypass, leading to bypass. You will agree with me that this road is a very important road. And as you get to bypass, you are now going to Abuja. And this is the only road that can lead you.
It is not only their houses they fear for. They are afraid more lives than have been claimed can still be taken by this gully, which they say is about 40 years old.
As I speak with you now, there is nothing this community can do over this issue. If government cannot have sympathy for us, we are pleading. We are not quarreling. We are pleading that government should come to our aid. They should come and see what we are passing through. Like this woman now, whose house is close to this place, she's locked up. She can't come out. She can't go out. How she will feed now, only God knows. Because the gully has surrounded her house. The house already started caving in. So many of the houses are like this along this road. Between now and 3 weeks, many houses will have been inside the hole. We are pleading. We are pleading with the government. We are pleading with our Oba of Benin, Oba II, who is a God-sent Oba. We are pleading to the federal government to come to our aid. There is nothing we can do on our own. We are sincerely pleading. Media houses, we are also pleading to echo this our voice. There is nothing we can do on our own.
So they cry for help. Their immediate effort is the construction of this bridge, which serves as a link between the sites created by the gully, and at another end, opening up a path for water, which they are sure will save more land at least for a little longer. Although the palace of the traditional ruler is far from the danger zone, he nonetheless sees the impending devastation as a community-wide challenge. So, while inspecting the site, he also joins in the call.
To me, I will beg the government, the state government, local government, they should come and help. They should help the people. Because if they cannot help us, maybe this thing will take many houses. It may look of things here. So the government should come and help us.
This is how they say it first started before becoming what it is today, gulping houses and leaving tears in its trail. The road in the community is bad, but nobody is talking about it, as that is not their immediate concern. The Gully challenge, which seems to get the Edo State Commissioner for Environment thinking too, is blamed on human activities over a long period.
In the days where people could throw refuse and we didn't have as much plastics, as much issues, non-biodegradable things. We didn't have a lot of the issues that we're having now. But now we have a lot of these things, so they are also factors. Then in some of these outskirts, you find out that their sewage systems, how do they really manage their waste? Most people only deal with the core, where they talk about, you know, the heavy waste, that's the feces and things. But when it comes to the urinary, you know, they just pass it on to, the sewage just comes, you see the pipes just coming out on the road. So you have a lot of all these issues. You never can really pin one finger to it that this is exactly what it is, but all these habits all come together to cause a big problem, and which is the problem that we face on an everyday basis.
The people take the advice, but insist what is needed now is help, which the state government says may not be until the rains stop.
Because what we found out with most of the contractors, and having done all the systematic soil tests and, you know, consultancies on these issues, what we find out basically is that very little or no palliative can be done during the raining season. Not only that it's raining, or it may rain and everything, the whole effort could get washed away, but we also have the problem of the soil right now being too soft for them to actually also work with. So we're looking at what we're sort of tweaking everything around and trying to see what we can do urgently during the raining season that can help us out. We have different sorts of scientific studies going on, soil tests going on, different sorts of things. If we don't, then if we can't get any of these things done quickly, then we'll be looking at facing them head on during the dry season.
The residents continue their search for help, which they pray comes quickly.
Take off this place, erosion.